Hey FlossTube, it's Robin, Thrifty Artist Stitching. Can't get my own name out, sorry. I just filmed another video. If you watch my channel, you'll see it, or you might have already seen it. I did a strictly Halloween spooky stitch. I always said I'm not a Halloween stitcher, but I'm embracing it this year and I got lots of plans. So I won't go into all of it. Please watch my other video. I'll link it down below if you want to see it. It'll come, it has already been added to my channel. Sorry. I've been talking a lot. It's about an hour long. So anyway, welcome to my channel. This is a regular floss tube. It's been a minute since I've been here. I'm going to just do a little life update first since it's been a long time since I've been here. I had a couple people on Instagram say, hey, I saw your last video. When are you going to put another one out? So anyway, over the last probably 8 weeks, it's been a couple months, I think. My mother-in-law is on hospice now. Kind of one of those bittersweet situations where she's just sleeping most of the time. She's 88. She's had a great, healthy, long life. She's got lots of grandkids, lots of great grandkids. We all love her. Hate to see this suffering. She has been battling chronic UTIs for the better part of a year and a half. And the last hospital visit was about 6 weeks ago. And about the time I filmed my last, or maybe a little longer, my last video was a little longer. Anyway, she was in the hospital with UTI. Whatever antibiotic they put her on, she was talking crazy. I mean, crazy thing. She called me at 4:30 one morning to tell me to come turn the dishwasher off because there was water all over the floor. So she was in the hospital. My sister-in-law was with her, and she was like, you didn't really just call Robin, did you? So anyway, I told her about it later, and when she got better, we had a good laugh. Anyway, the antibiotic was, and UTIs make older people really, for lack of a better word, just crazy talking out of their head. So anyway, she got better, went home from the hospital. My husband was with her, my sister-in-law. She lives with my sister-in-law, or they live together. And she was coming down the hallway, kind of dancing, you know, feeling good, glad to be home from the hospital, and went to the refrigerator to get a popsicle because she loves sweets, and fell and broke her hip. And that's been 5 weeks ago, 5 or 6 weeks ago. And she's gone downhill. She was in the hospital. They did surgery on her hip. She was in the hospital for 3 or 4 days, and then they sent her to inpatient rehab, and she could not do the rehab. She just couldn't walk. I think she took 10 steps with a walker. Anyway, of course, you know, if you can't participate in rehab, insurance says, sorry. So the caseworker came in, advised us, or encouraged us to take her home, put her on hospice. So that's where she is now. So she's just pretty much in the bed. She's still, you know, awake some during the day, maybe a couple hours a day. She has a catheter in because the UTI is back. So we're just kind of in that waiting mode, you know, don't want to see her suffer, don't want her to go. If she could get better, of course we want her better, but she's not going to get better. And we don't want her to suffer. So anyway, that's kind of where my whole process has been the last 6 or 8 weeks. And if you watch my channel, my dad passed away less than a year ago. It was December 2nd will be a year. So with him passing away and now my mother-in-law, it's been a pretty rough year. But I do have good news. So I've said this on my video before. If you watched me, I just turned 60 this year in March. And I've been in the medical coding field for 22, 23 years, somewhere around in there. And if you know insurance, health insurance, you know, it's a changing, crazy field to be in. But anyway, I had planned to retire at the end of 2026. In December of 2026, I would be 61, almost 62, because my birthday's in March. Well, after my mother-in-law fell, and my husband has had to stay with her. She lives in Georgia, and he's had to stay a lot. He's been in Georgia pretty much for the last 2 months, other than just coming home here and there. My mom is in really good health. She's been here to visit for a week, or a few days. And after she left, I told my husband, I said, you know, I lost my dad. Now we're about to lose your mom. Your dad's been gone 10 years. My mom is in good health. I want to enjoy what time she's got left. I'm retiring. So I turned my notice in at work, and January 2nd will be my last day at work. And I am so excited. I can't tell you how excited I am that I get to retire. I'm not old enough to retire. I will be almost 61. So I can't draw my Social Security for another year, but that's okay. I've been putting money in my 401k for years. And I told my husband, I said, that's what we saved this for, and I'm going to take advantage of it. I'm going to pay health insurance out of my pocket, and I'm retiring. And we're going to enjoy it. My husband's been retired since 2019, and I'm retiring. So I'm so excited. I can't wait. So that's my life update. Good news, bad news, as it is. So anyway, if I want to get into the stitching now, let's get going. So, all right. My whips, I got fully finishes, I got finishes, haul, you know, got it all. So I'm not going to go too much into my finishes and fully finishes because I do have them on my Halloween video that I just uploaded. So you'll have to go over there and get all the information, but I will show them to you real quick. First fully finish is Seasons of the Heart, Autumn by Brenda Gervais with a needle. I did some color substitutions. If you want to know them, ask me. I don't remember what they are. I don't know the fabric. It was a random scrap. Made it to a pillow. So that was my first one. And like I said, I went into more detail in my other video, so you have to go watch it. The second fully finish is a Lizzie Kate. This was a clock from Hobby Lobby. It was in their clearance. I think I paid $4 for it. The hoop finish just fit in the clock face because there was no clock mechanism when I bought it. So that's just a hoop finish. Oh, hang on a second. Two more finishes. Those are the two fully finishes. This was a start and a finish from Lizzie Kate way back in the day. And it was on a scrap of Be Stitch Me Wicked. I substituted those two bats for a pumpkin bead. So this will probably be a little pillow or a ornament. Not sure how I'm going to finish it. I need to get busy this weekend to get that done. And then I've shown this on my channel all year. I finally finished it. Love it. Black Cat by, I think it's Satsuma Street or Tiny Modernist. I can't remember which one it is. There you go. It's on 28 count Periwinkle by Be Stitch Me. It's so cute. So I'll bring it up close. There's some creative liberties in this because I do have some miscounting. You know, we always do. I fudged it. Didn't fix it. I'm a fudger if I can, not a fixer. I know there's Sarah at Sarah Stitchery Spot. She's different things on Instagram and FlossTube. She's a fixer, not a fudger. I'm a fudger if I can fudge, but if I can, I fix it. This I didn't fix. I just fudged. So anyway, that's the true color of the fabric. So I'm probably going to frame this one, but I need to do it like this weekend. Oh, today is October the 4th. It's Saturday. I need to do it this weekend so I can actually enjoy it for Halloween. So that is my fully finishes, my finishes. Oh, I got one more. Hold on. I talked about this one on my channel. Hang on. Let me get the chart because I laid it up here. Okay, sorry. Forgot to get the chart. This, which I didn't really need it. Everybody knows what it is. This is Santa's House, Fabulous House Series #1 by Cottage Garden Samplings. And I've complained about this. I tried to prop my arm on my desk and I almost fell. Sorry. I stitched this on an opal fabric from Be Stitch Me. Nothing against the opal fabric or Be Stitch Me. It just was not my favorite fabric. That's hard to say. It was hard to stitch. So this is called for Prehistoric Linen by Fox and Rabbit. I did mine on a bluish gray. I don't remember the name of it. It's on one of my other videos, but you can see I did some changes because after I started stitching on this and didn't like the fabric, I said, I'm not stitching all that border. I'm not stitching all that snow. I don't like white stitching anyway. Don't know what possessed me to think I did because I've never liked white stitching. But anyway, so I kept the sleigh and the light lamp post where it was, and the two deer, I moved them over to the side. So here we go. I mounted this on an artist canvas, oval artist canvas. And I'm going to turn around so you can see the back of it and how I laced it. But you can see it's an artist canvas. You know, that's a piece of wood. I bought it at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. It's a 14-inch oval artist canvas. And I just laced it. The first thing I did was did a running stitch all the way around it. And you gather it, you tighten it as tight as you can to gather it. I got it centered. Actually, I think I should have scooted it over just a hair there, but I don't care. It's good enough. I centered it, and then I came back and laced. I started in the middle, lace, and you go from one end to the other with a continuous. I use quilting thread because it's thicker and it doesn't break because you can really pull it tight. So I did that. You know, I'd get a length, you know, maybe 3 foot long. It does get knots in it. You have to go slow. You have to be careful when you're lacing it. But if you ever do lacing once, try it on something that's not an heirloom quality stitching. Do it on something that, you know, okay, if you don't get it perfect, it's okay. But anyway, so I laced it up, and then I came back and went sideways, laced it up, tightened it as tight as I could get it. And you can see this is drum, this is tight. But it was just a white oval 14-inch artist canvas. I don't know what else I'm going to do with it. I need ideas. I thought about doing like a, you know, some greenery maybe up here, and maybe some kind of wording here, like in the scrapbook section. You know, sometimes they'll have like little metal plaques. I don't know. Haven't decided yet. I got a little while before, you know, Christmas decorating, and I may just leave it like this and prop it on an easel. I don't know yet. But anyway, that is Santa's house, and I'm so thankful it's done. It is cute. It is very, very cute. I just did not like this fabric. So that's all of my finishes and my fully finishes, and yeah, that's all my finishes and fully finishes. Oh, I do have a couple of other things I finished. I'm gonna show them to you. I have decided to make scissor fobs. I know everybody makes scissor fobs, but these are big chunky scissor fobs, or bag charms. You know, it's got a lobster clasp. So this is a length of chain, and you use eye pins or head pins, string a few beads on, put a jump ring, add it to the chain. You know, I have a focal bead on the end, and there you go. I'm notorious for losing my scissors in the couch. So I decided, I saw this on YouTube. I Googled scissor fobs because I was going to make just some single strand like this. I made this one too. I was just going to do, you know, the single strand, beads, charm, you know. And when I Googled YouTube for scissor fobs, I don't know who this girl was. I can't remember. If I find it again, I'll link her below. Her video is probably 5 or 6 years old. And I did that one. My patriotic. So this one is way more chunkier than, hair stuck in it. Way more chunkier than the mushroom one, but it's basically the same. And I just love them. So this one I made for, oh, I didn't bring that bag in here. Let me go get it. Okay, so this one for patriotic stitching. And I said I made it for a bag, but I didn't really make it for a bag. I made it for a project that I'm going to be starting. So I guess I'm going into plans now. I am going to start Seek Refuge. Can you see that without the glare from the Scarlet House? It says, when the world seems to be out of control, I find a way to nurture my soul. Seeking refuge with needle and thread, the angst and anxiety no longer I dread. And this was from 2020. I think she did this when the pandemic started. But I'm actually going to do this in honor of Charlie Kirk. His assassination was horrible. Whether you like his politics or not, or you like him or not, I'm not going politics here. That was a horrible act. And I want to honor his memory. I will put his initials on this because the world is crazy some days. Not all days, just some days. So I made that. I also made this. Faith over fear. And I put his initials on it. So this hangs on my bag. The scissor fob, this will be in the bag with his piece that I'm going to start. I'm actually going to use Under the Sea fabric. I don't think it's got a name. Hang on, let me take it out of the package. Crinkles. I think it's called Lichen. I think that was the name of it. Yeah, Lichen. So this is what I'm going to start it on. It's kind of mottledy. It's kind of a greenish hue. It's actually got a green tint to it, more so than what's showing up there. It's just it's called lichen, like you think lichen growing outside in the moss in the tree or the ground. So that's what will go on that. Oh, just dropped it. So that's my planned new start for October the 14th, which was Charlie Kirk's birthday. So I will be starting this for his, in honor of him. And I'll put his initials on it. So, and my patriotic scissor fob. So that's one of my new plans, or my plans coming up. I do have a lot of plans. If you want to go see my Halloween video, I have about 9 or 10, I think I showed, that I plan on starting in October. So, in that one too. So that's about 10. So I need to do the math, see how often I need to start a new project. I started 2 of the Halloweens already. I started Hawk Run Hollow, and I started Tiny Town Halloween. So if you go look at that video, you'll see what my plans are. Plus this one, the Seeking Refuge. I do have another one, another bag pull I made for my Teresa Kogut bag that I bought at a retreat last year. My first retreat I ever went to. So I found this charm at Hobby Lobby, I think, or Michael's. One of the two. That's the only 2 craft stores I have near me. So it's one of the 2. So anyway, I just added a few beads. And it says, Land of the Free because of the Brave. And I have a patriotic stitch in here. Welcome Home. Is that the name of it? Oh, no. I don't know why I can't remember the name of this chart. American Welcome by Plum Street. I know everybody's seen this. So I'm going to start this also. I don't know when. I just have it kitted up. And I have 2 different fabrics in here. I don't know which one I'm going to use. I have like a mushroom color and a winter mix. I don't know which one I'm going to use. Probably the winter mix. I like the blue better than the mushroom color. But we'll see. So anyway, that's plans. I guess I went plans instead of, yes, I guess it doesn't matter. It's my video. I can go how I want to, right? So anyway. That's the, oh, no, that's all. That's all the fobs I've made. I thought I'd made another one, but I didn't. I haven't got it finished yet. My table that you can't see over here beside me is covered in beads. So anyway. Okay, let's get into whips. The first one is American Patriot. This was a kit that I bought off of eBay. And I'm not stitching those words. I'm not stitching those words, just the eagle, the flag, and the Statue of Liberty. And I'm stitching it on We the People, Constitution fabric by the Primitive Hair. Hang on a minute and let me put it on here so you can see it. Okay, got it in a Q-snap because this is a 30 count linen. Right, here's the card for that. I got the fabric from 123 Stitch. It's a 30 count linen. I'm not a linen fan. The slubs in linen, you know, the uneven width between the holes, just, I have terrible vision anyway. And I have a really hard time stitching on linen. So anyway, I put it in a Q-snap. Somebody said put it in a Q-snap so it, you know, it spreads the fibers apart so you can see the holes better. It does help, But I have to have really good light to stitch on this. I have to wear readers on top of my glasses. Yes, I'm one of those. But anyway, it's beautiful on this fabric. I'm not going to take it out of the Q-snap, but anyway. I love the colors show up so good. And I don't know what Floss Dimensions kit uses. I don't know if it's DMC or, oh, wait a minute. I don't know if it's DMC or not, but anyway, it is very true. It is, I love it. It's gorgeous. So I have it planned out. If I do 840 stitches a month, then this will be completed by May of 2026. So I can get it framed in June and then have it on display all of the 4th of July, or July, for our 250th birthday for our nation. So that's my patriotic stitch for our 250th anniversary of our country, birthday of our country. So that's the first whip. All right, the next is I broke down and joined the Animal Cracker Club. I wasn't sure I was going to, but you know, Maggie May, everybody has seen Maggie May. Everybody has seen all of the animal crackers. So I'm stitching Maggie May on an 18 count Rustico oatmeal. I don't know what you call it. It came from Michael's. It's just an Ada. Yeah, I got a dangly thread. I changed the colors, so everybody, you know, she is a gray dress with a yellow sweater. I decided pink and teal. Don't know why. I'm not really a pink person, but anyway, I think I saw somebody else had it. It was so cute. So I started with her dress, and boy, is this a lot of stitching. Whew. And I know a lot of people who stitch on Ada like 18 and 20 count. And I'm doing this two strands on an 18 count. It's hard to me, that's hard. This fabric is stiff anyway. I would never buy this fabric again, but I like how it looks, and it's structured enough that I think having it for a stand-up will be good. But I'm stitching this one on Sundays after, so I decided to do the gridiron grind with Kim Hollenbeck on Full Coverage Fanatics, and I don't know her FlossTube name, Spartan Stitcher maybe. I'll link her below. Anyway, she's doing the gridiron grind. So I'm doing the college football because I'm an Alabama fan. And I decided every time, you know, whatever Alabama's score is at the end of the game, I will multiply it times 10 and stitch that many stitches. So the first week wasn't bad. It was, I don't remember. The second game was, oh my gosh, it was a runaway. I had to stitch 730 stitches because they scored 73 points. Whoever they played it was like 73 to nothing. They just obliterated them. I was like, oh my God. The first game they lost to, I think it was Florida State, which is fine. I like Florida State too. But anyway, 730 stitches. I was like, oh my gosh, it's gonna take me forever. Because these 18 counts it's a little small for me. Anyway, and then last week, I think their score was 24 to something they won, and or week before last, they were off last week. And they play again today. So we'll see how many more stitches. So that's what I'm using this for. I'm hoping the season will be enough to give me a finish for her. And then I can fully finish her into stand up before like spring. She's a spring girl to me. So anyway, that's Maggie May. I do have a lot of the other animal crackers in this same bag. Oh, I have a new bag. I don't know if I showed this last time. Isn't this cute? This came off of, I bought it from somebody on Etsy. I don't remember her name. Shouldn't have her tag on it. That's so cute. And then I put a little scissor charm on there. I like all the little accoutrements that go on bags. So anyway, that's Maggie May. I do have Nettle. I forgot she was a Halloween girl. I'm gonna have to put her in my Halloween stitches. I didn't pull her out. I have Reynard and Clovis. And I don't know when I'll ever stitch them. I have them in the bag with this one because I'd like to do them all on the same fabric if I can stand that fabric long enough. So anyway, all right, that's WIP number 2. Number 3 is, let me get my iPad so I can show you the picture. My next WIP is a full coverage from Heaven and Earth. It's Mini Boho Seaside, and I have 4 full coverages. And I've decided last month in September, I put them all on a wheel, or put the 4 on a wheel, and every month I'm going to spin and do 100 stitches a day for that full coverage, or I'll never get them finished. I may not ever get them finished anyway, but this one is Mini Boho Seaside. Hold on. iPads I need to set it where it won't. Oh, sorry, there's a light. Hang on. Turn that off because I don't think it really even matters. I had it on earlier because it was a little cloudy. Okay, there we go. And my blinds are open behind me. So anyway, that's the full coverage. It's artwork by Amy Stewart, charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. It's the mini, so it's not gigantic, but it is full coverage. It has 75,400 stitches. But I decided to do 100 stitches a day. I think this was my August. I got a parked thread. This was my August 100 stitches a day because I have September also. This was August, so this is where I'm at. I don't know where I was the last time I showed it. Probably not very far along because I had not stitched much. Oh, hold on, I got it upside down. That's what happens on full coverage when you don't know what you're doing. Hang on. And this one's not even very big. I'm trying to get the board on there. Turn the board around, sorry. Okay, now, better. I could have clipped it to the board, I guess. But anyway, so this is, I started in the middle. I think I started right in here was the middle. And I'm working down. I got 1 parked thread. But it's 25 count, 1/1. And here's the, so you can see that where I'm at. Started in the middle, 100 stitches a day. And in August, I put in 3,721 stitches. So I did do a little bit more than 100 stitches a day. And every day I stitched on it. Here, there's my calendar on, oh, hang on a minute. Right there. So markup RXP, you can see what you did every day. You can keep up with your stitching, which I do on some projects. I keep up with my stitching. I actually have this year kept up with every project. Even if it was a paper copy, I counted stitches. And because I want to see how many I do in a year. I'm hoping next year, since I'll be retired, that I'll have more stitching time, because about 300 stitches a day is good for me because I still work full time and I work a lot. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Like I said, it's 25 count, 1/1 on the Easy Grid. And so with my full coverage, like I said, I got 4. Every quarter, no, not every quarter. Every 4 months, I will pull out a new one. I'll rotate them. So I love full coverage. I love how they look. There's a lot of full coverage I'd love to stitch, but I'm not going to allow myself to start any more full coverages right now. I would like to get one finished. This will probably be the first one I finish because it's the smallest of the 3. Well, no, there's one that's a little smaller. The Jeep one I got. I'll show it to you next. And then I have another by Amy Stewart, the sewing desk, and I don't know, I have another one, I can't remember the name of it. Well, the sun just went in, you can tell it got cloudy, got a little darker. So anyway, that's where I'm at on that one, 100 stitches a day. So total, I've put in 4,735 stitches. I'm at 6.28%. So a long way to go. If I stitched 100 stitches a day, it says March of 2027 I would be through. So that's not gonna happen though. So anyway, that's one of my full coverages that I did 100 stitches a day on in August. So it's been since July, I think, since I did a video. Or maybe it was August and I just didn't show this one yet because it was not the end of August. I don't remember. So that's, that was one of my whips. The second one, now this was a full coverage also. I started this one on for my 60th birthday in March. I didn't start it until April because I couldn't decide what I wanted to do. And I don't have the whole picture of it. This is just, I got it on Etsy. So it's a Jeep girl standing in the back of her Jeep. My hair's not that long, but anyway, I drive a Jeep. Love my Jeep. So I'm not going to do the background from her arms up where the mountain-ish looking, because I'm doing it on a grayish mottled fabric, unless it looks bad. That'll be the last thing I stitch. So anyway, I did 100 stitches a day on this in September. And I put in 3,197 stitches, and I stitched on it every day. So this one has a total of 5,737 stitches. It's only 29,000 stitches. Only 29,000. So, and I have a lot of threads. So I started, so I put it in a Q-snap and put it on my Lowry stand. And instead of flipping back and forth and back and forth and back and forth, I just start my threads on the front, go to a section, start stitching, pull my thread back up, cut it off, and they're dangling, you know, they're hanging right now, but I clip them off as I get to that section where I'm stitching. See, like right here, that's where I'm at. So I don't have any thread ends there, you know. I started doing that on this project, and I like that because I don't have to flip that Lowry stand over and over. It's easy to flip over. It just, this doesn't, you don't have to. So anyway, that's where I am on this one at 19.23%. So it's really starting to look like the picture now. And you can see this is where the mountains would be up here, and there's a little bit like right in here, but I'm gonna see what it looks like once I get it closer to finished. So I'm at 57.37 stitches out of 29,831. So I'm at almost 20%. So if I could get this one to 25% by the end of the year, that'd be nice. We'll see. Depends on if it gets, no, it won't, it'd have to be, because I have another full coverage that I started in, or not started in October, but put in my 100 stitches a day for October, and I just started it a couple days ago, so I'll show it next month. And then I have one more full coverage, and I don't even know what it is off the top of my head. Maybe it's just 3 I have. Anyway, they'll get rotated, so I don't know when this will get finished, but anyway, that's what it's looking like. So that was the next full coverage of my 100 stitches a day. And I did really good this month. I took them off of my Q-snaps to give them a rest. I don't know if you need to do that. I've heard some people say yes and some people say no. So I don't know. All right, next whip is Rosewood Manor with Thy Needle and Thread, Brenda Gervais. And I did do some color substitutions. The house, you can see you can tell it's kind of pink here. I don't remember the name of I think it was Conch was the floss color that's called for, but I wanted mine a little more pink. So I bought 2 skeins of like hibiscus and I don't know, several different pinks, overdyes. I don't remember what I actually selected. Hold on and I'll tell you. I think it was, oh, sorry about that. That was loud. I hit my keyboard. Well, Little Pink Peony, I think is the one I actually went with. I've got another pink on here. C Shelby. That was a little too dark. I left it on here because I wanted to do some test stitching on this fabric. So I'm doing a green fabric. The called for kind of has a green, khaki green tint to it. And I don't remember what the called for is. I'm sure it's probably 40 count. No, it was 18 count. I'm surprised. 18 count. Oh, no, excuse me. 36 count. I was like, that can't be right. It says 18 count. Right there, it says 18 count. But then down here, it's 36 count Brenda's Brew. See that? That says 18 count there. That says 36 count Brenda's Brew. I don't know. I feel sure it was on 36 count Brenda's Brew. Maybe that was 18 count. I don't know. One of the two. Whichever one it was. Mine is not on mine's not on 36 count or 18 count. Mine is on 28 count. It's a Witchelt 28 count. I don't know if you can see it. Let me back up a little bit. It's a very pale green. It's kind of hard to see, but that's the whole. I got down, you know, 3 corners, like Laura says. She likes to get those 3 corners. So I got 3 corners done and a couple little motifs. You can see the border all the way down. Got this border, did the steps, the house steps. Came back up this side. So making good progress. Still got flowers to do in the border on this side. Got a flower in the middle on this side on the border. So no rhyme or reason why, just wherever I felt like stitching. But I did want to get the border done. So anyway, the fabric is 28 count. Hang on a minute, I got the card in here. It's a 28 count Star Sapphire Jobelin by Witchelt. And it came from Hobby Lobby. They had it, you know, it was back when Hobby Lobby used to have a lot of even weaves, and this was a package, and it was I'm sure it was a clearance something when they got rid of stuff. So anyway, yeah, it's kind of washed out. But anyway, it's a pale, it's called Star Sapphire. It's green, it's not blue at all. I know sapphire is normally blue, but it's a greenish tint. Okay, next whip is another Brenda Gervais. I should have had these unzipped, sorry. This is Peace and Goodwill by Brenda Gervais with Thy Needle. And I'm doing this one on a linen. I don't like it. I'm having a hard time stitching on it. It's a, you know, Charles Craft DMC linen, 28 count. Came from Michael's. Don't like it. We'll see if I finish. It's a very loose weave, which is not my favorite. It looks good. Where's my board? But it's a loose weave. It's very loose. Not my forte. That's where I'm at. I cannot bring myself to work on it most of the time. The white does kind of ghost on this. In real life, you can see it, but it does kind of ghost. I did do a lot of white stitching because, hang on, let me pull it up a little bit. The white that was called for was more of a dirty beige. Didn't like it. It looked, I don't like white that looks dirty. If you don't stitch white, stitch white. I know a lot of people don't like it because they want it to look old and antique, which is fine. Just not my forte. So I changed this to, I tried B5200 first, didn't like it because I don't like white stitching. And I bought a Versois white. I bought another silk and wool blend white. I don't remember who it's by. And that's what I used. Is it my favorite? No. Does it show up good? It's okay. My stitches do look a little better than they normally would, that white stitching, but like I said, I'm not a linen fan. I like some linens, okay, but normally I don't like stitching on linen. So we'll see. This one is going to be a slog to get through to get it finished. But I do like it. I love the chart. I just don't like the fabric I selected. And do I want to start it over? Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. So anyway, that is where that one's at. I don't even know if I actually have done anything since my last video. Because I didn't go back and look to see where I was at in my last video. This one, I did get it in not Pattern Keeper, Markup RXP. So I figured out how to do some scanning on Markup RXP of paper charts to get them in Markup RXP. It's kind of a piece together using different apps. I have instructions if anybody wants it. I put it in a group this morning on Stitching by the Shore group. And I posted it on Markup RXP group. If you're in that group, you can look me up and there's instructions. It's kind of pieced together. It works for me. But anyway, enough of that. This one is, let me see where I'm at on this one. So it's got 7,291 stitches and I'm at 1,100 stitches. So you can see where it's not like something I love to stitch on. So it's at 15%. So do I want to start it over? No, because I'm already at 15, almost 16%. But do I love the fabric? No. I'll probably just slog through it though and get it done. Okay. I think this is my last whip. This one is Summer Quaker, right? Yes, Summer Quaker. I had to look in the bag, see which one it was. Summer Quaker by Leela Studio. Okay. Yeah, to make sure Summer Quaker by Leela Studio. I know there's been lots of people have stitched this. I've probably seen it a million times. I am stitching this on a 32 count printed fabric. It is, I don't remember the name of it. I'll tell you in a second because I got it written down. But anyway, that's where I'm at. It's a printed aqua-ish because it reminds me of the beach, so I had to do that. I love this chart. I would love to finish this before May-ish next year so I can get it framed and I can enjoy it all summer. I live in Florida. I live at the beach. Not at the beach, but I live on the bay. And my house is very beachy. And I love this. So I started it a long time ago. And I've, do 500 stitches here and there. Those motifs are huge. But that's where I'm at. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. But it's a 32 count. Hang on. Printed Atlantic Vintage Lugana by Zweigart, which is, this blue is the equivalent to Country Vintage Mocha. This is Country Vintage, Atlantic Vintage Atlantic. I don't remember which one it is. Printed, 32 count. 32 count. Okay, I think that is all of my whips so far. I think I actually had another one, but I didn't bring it in here, so it'll get next month. It's okay. It's actually on I think it's the one on my ladder stand. And I didn't take it off. I forgot about it. So anyway, all right, that is my whips. I don't know how many that was, but it is what it is. That's it. I got a little bit of haul, and then we'll be done. Hang on, let me turn my iPad off so the battery don't die. All right, haul, and then we're done. I was in Hobby House. I couldn't think of the name of it. Hobby House's Floss Silk of the month. Turn it that way. It's hard to see. Now the sun just went in, so it's hard to see now. They're purples. This was August, maybe. I think this was August. It's all purples. And on my Halloween video I just filmed and posted, I have fall colors that just came for September. And I think I did it 4 or 5 months. I can't remember. I think the one I got in September was the 5th month, 4th or 5th month. It was the 4th month because I have 20 spools now of Versois, and I've never used them. Why? I don't know. I think just because they're on spools, and I'm a floss drop person, which I know you have to take it out of the skein and put it on the floss drop, but unrolling it from this spool and then measuring out to put on floss drops, for some reason that just doesn't sound appealing to me. I know I can use it straight off the spool, and you know, there's a little groove in between the, you can't see, there's a groove in there where you can tuck your ends of your fabric. Your ends of your thread when you're done. So I don't know why I think I have to put it on floss drops. But anyway, I don't have a good conversion. I need to Google a good conversion of a Versois to DMC. I need to use this floss I have, but I just didn't see, I know everybody talks about how wonderful this floss is. I have not used it. I may regret dropping out of that Versois Club of the month, but I did it anyway. So I think it was 4 months because you get 5 per month. I did it 4 months and I have not used any of it. So I did drop out. But one reason I did is I joined Fat Quarter Shop. Versois Fat Floss of the Month. You get 3. And I don't have them right here in front of me. They're in my other video. Anyway, I joined Fat Quarter Shop Versois. You get 3 of those. And it says a Little House Needleworks product. I guess that's where but anyway, it's through Fat Quarter Shop. And I love the Versois floss. Oh, it feels like butter. Now, this one might too. I haven't used it yet, so I don't know. But anyway, I dropped out of that one. I joined this one because I really like the Versois. What I really like about Versois more than the Versois is variegated. And I like variegated floss. And the silk feels like butter. If you've ever used it, it's wonderful. So that's why I dropped out of this one and joined this one. So this one you get 3 a month, and I would love to get all of the Versois colors. I don't even know how many there are, but I'm going to stay in that one. It's like $21 a month, I think. So I'm going to stay in that one. So anyway, that was some floss I got. I did get some fabric. Did I show it? No, I didn't show it. It's on my Halloween. I started Halloween at Hawker & Hollow on 28 count, Not Another Sampler by Bestitch Me. I got that fabric. I ordered a ½ yard. Brandy had ready to ship. And then I ordered this one too. I wasn't sure which one I was going to start the Hawker & Hollow on. So I ordered 2 ½ yards. This one is lightly salted, not roasted. And it's just a creamy, beigey modelly. I liked the Not Another Sampler better. It was darker for the Hawker, and this one was a little yellowish. So anyway, I'll just put this in my stash. But yeah, I got a ½ yard, so you know, ½ yard is a lot of fabric. So lots of projects can go on this, or one big project can go on this. So I got 2 ½ yards, that one and this one. So this will just go in my stash. And I bought the Tiny Town. The quilted Tiny Town. It's so cute. The big hearted Tiny Town. I think some of these already had. Patriotic. I don't know if I had this one. Patriotic Tiny Town. Blooming Tiny Town. Harvest Tiny Town. And Thankful. So I have Christmas, I have Thankful. Oh, that's honey, honey. Well, I think I might have said harvest. Oh, there's harvest. Duh. So I got harvest, Thankful, Christmas. I'm working on Halloween. It's in my other video. I have Frosty, so there's a good January. So I'm trying to get one for every month. Blooming, you know, that's a good spring. Patriotic. Summer, Valentine, quilted just because I liked it. So got the Tiny Towns. We'll stitch those as I want to. I think that's all. Are we good? 35 minutes, that's not very much. I mean, that's fine. My Halloween one was an hour. So if you want to go watch that one, I posted it. I don't know when this one will go up, but the Halloween one will be there first. So anyway, I did the life update up front. So that's all I have. So thanks for joining me and happy stitching. Bye.